Today we are going to see about Unit 2 in the history, second lesson, okay? Development of industry in India. We already seen that development of education in India. Now we are going to see that development of industries in India. So, first of all, introduction. The history of Indian industry perhaps dates back to the history of humankind. So India's traditional economy was characterized by a blend of agriculture and handicrafts. According to Edward Baines, the birthplace of cotton manufacture is India, where it probably flourished long before the dawn of authentic history. So the agriculture and the handcrafts. We all know that what is agriculture, correct? Yeah. So handcraft, which means what? கைவினை பொருட்கள் ஓகே கையால் செய்கிற பொருட்கள் ஸோ ஹேண்ட் கிராஃப்ட் ஸோ த நாட் ஓன்லி த அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் இஸ் பிளெண்ட் ஆஃப் த இந்தியா ஸோ ஹேண்ட் கிராஃப்ட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ இஸ் அ பிளெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா ஸோ அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் அண்ட் ஹேண்ட் கிராஃப்ட்ஸ் blend of India, okay. And then the cotton manufacture, so that is a birthplace of cotton manufacture is India only, okay. So birthplace of cotton manufacture is India only. So crafts and crafts, traditional and crafts in India, traditional crafts of India. So the crafts in India has a rich history. Crafts were an integral part in the life of the people. So the crafts in India has a rich history. So crafts were an integral part. Integral part means ஒன்னாவே இருக்குது crafts. So before the arrival of mechanized industry, the production of Indian handcrafts was second largest source of employment in the rural India next to agriculture. The traditional Indian industry was known in the field of textiles, woodwork, ivory, stone cutting, leather, yeah, so on. So what they said, yeah, we already know that, yeah, agriculture and handcraft is a blend of India. So after the agriculture, that second largest source of employment, second largest. So many population, so many people were working in that handcrafts. Okay, so second largest source of employment in the rural area, rural side city, rural side India. That is a handcrafts. Okay, after the agriculture, because after the agriculture, and then what are the industry was known in the field of the textiles, woodwork, ivory, stone cutting, leather, fragrance wood, metal work, and jewelry. The village, so the village artisans such as potters, weavers, smith produce articles, utensils for domestic use. Look at the picture. Yeah, these are the handcrafts. Yeah, these are the handcrafts only. Correct. This is an example for handcrafts. Okay, decline of Indian industries. Decline of Indian industries. Loss of royal patronage. So, what are the decline of Indian loss of royal patronage? Transition from producer to exporter of raw materials. Competition of machine-made goods. Trading policy of the British. Deindustrialization. Yeah. So these are the decline of the Indian industries. So first of all, the British conquest transformed Indian economy into colonial economy. Okay, so after British come to India, they transformed Indian economy self-reliant into colonial economy. As the British conquered the Indian territories one after another, the native rulers, the nobles, landlords lost their power and prosperity. Okay, after came to the India, the British conquered all the lands. Okay, all the lands, all the places, all the territories. Okay, after the British conquered, the British bought, the British overtake these places. So one after another அடுத்தடுத்து இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது the native rulers, the nobles, the landlords அவங்க எல்லாருமே they lost their power and also prosperity. So the demand for the fine articles to be displayed in darbars and other ceremonial occasions disappeared. As a result, the craftsmen who were patronized by these rulers lost their importance and became poor. Yeah, so as usual, gradually gradually they're moving like this. So the craftsmen who were the patronized by these rulers lost their importance. Also, the handcrafts employees also became the poor. So for generation, these craftsmen had been practicing their craft. They did not possess any other skills. Yeah. So because that is a family occupation. Great. Yeah. That is family occupation, which means generation occupation. Okay. So the handcrafts implies knows only the handcraft skill only. So they don't have any other skills like agriculture, yeah, like that. Okay. So they lose their job and then they become poor also. Yeah, and then the splendid period of Indian handcraft industries came to an end as the political influence of East India Company spread over various parts of the country. Transition from producer to exporter of raw materials. So Indian handicrafts that had made the country famous collapsed under colonial rule. So Indian handicrafts that had made the one country famous collapsed under the colonial rule. This was mainly due to the competition posed by the machine-made goods that were imported from the Britain by the British rulers. Yeah. So in our country, all the things, all the handicraft things only made by man only. Okay, only made by people, our hand. Okay, நம்ம hand வச்சு நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணி create பண்றோம். But what was the competition for our people, our employees? That is a machine made goods, because in the British, okay, in the Britain, there was a machine made goods that was imported from the Britain by the British rulers. So the ruling British turned India as a producer of raw material for their industries and markets for their finished product. Yeah, so as usual, so they working more. So in the England, they're working more, they're working more. So all the raw materials, yeah, all the raw material producer of British turned India for their industries and market for the finished products. Moreover, the railways and roadways introduced by the British facilitated the movement of finished product to reach the remotest parts of India. Yeah, after that, the railways and roadways also introduced by British only. Competition of machine-made goods. Yeah, we know that competition of, suppose textile was the oldest in tradition in India. Okay, we know that. The highly specialized skills of Indian weavers and the low production cost gave a tough competition to the European manufacturers. So textile is the one of the oldest in industry. Okay, so because in ancient to now all the people wearing on clothes. So the textile was the oldest industry in India. The highly specialized skills of Indian weavers, highly specialized, okay, that Indian weavers and the low production cost. Low production cost. So our Indian people have highly special skills, and also they sold the clothes very low price, for very low price. So that is a competition to the European, okay, that is a competition to the European manufacturers. So it led to invention of cotton gin, flying shuttle, spinning jenny, steam engine in England. Yeah, this is the only reason to they invent the who British invent the new clothes, cotton gin, flying shuttle, spinning jenny, steam engine. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that is the textiles on a large scale. So India became the market for the finished products of Britain. So after that, in India, the British sold their clothes, sold their products. As a result, peasants who had supplemented their income by a part-time spinning and weaving had now rely only on cultivation. Okay, so as in the end of the British came, okay, in the end of the British came to India and they sold their product. Our Indian people workers, our Indian people employees lost their job, and also they only depend on cultivation. So they lost their livelihood. Moreover, the Indian goods made with the primitive techniques could not compete with industrial goods made in England. Yeah, so moreover, the Indian goods made with a primitive techniques that is could not be compared with the industrial goods made in England. But also, although the people bought the people bought the English clothes only because there is a stylish that like only trading policy of the British. Yeah, trading policy which means for tax like that only. So all the policy trade. So in the trading company, for the trading company, all the policy only introduced by the British government. Okay, so that policy only benefit for British only, not for Indians. Okay, so free trade policy followed by the East India Company compelled the Indian traders to sell their goods below the market prices. Yeah, okay. After so free trade policy followed by the that is a free that policy name is called free trade policy that is followed by the English East India Company. They compelled the Indian traders, they compelled the Indian businessman what to sell their goods, to sell their products for the lowest prices. So this forced many craftsmen to abandon their accent handicraft talent. Yeah, இதனால தான் இந்த ஃபோர்ஸ்னால தான் most of the craftsmen, most of the employees abandoned, so they quit the handcraft talent. So East India Company's aim was to buy the maximum quantity of Indian manufactured goods at the cheapest. Yeah, so that is the main reason for this policy. So okay, what the that English East India Company? What was the aim? The English East India Company aim was to buy a maximum product, to buy a maximum Indian product for the cheapest rate. Yeah, so that is a European country for a huge profit. Okay, so what was the aim? They wanted to buy the more clothes, more product from the Indian for the cheapest price. After bought all the things, they went to the European country. They sell it. Okay, they sold it for the higher rate. So it's a only that this policy only benefit for British. Deindustrialization. During the first half of the 19th century, Western countries were experiencing industrialization. India suffered a period of industrial decline. Yeah. So the first 19th century, Western countries were experiencing the industrialization, but India suffered a lot because the process of disruption of traditional Indian crafts and decline the national income as being referred as a okay. The Indian domestic industry could not have withstood foreign competition. Yeah, so Indian domestic industry could not have against foreign competition, which was backed by a powerful industrial like big machinery, large scale production, so on. So these are the decline of Indian industries.